KP classes dedicated to excellence.
Hello future designers and design aspirants. Today we are here to discuss about the postgraduate courses that are offered across various prestigious colleges in India. So if you're somebody who has completed their graduation and is looking for post-graduation, then this particular video is for you, right? So till now, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, so please do that so that you don't miss out on any of the important information that we keep sharing on our channel. Also, do download our app, which is KP Classes Exam Prep. You can check out various courses that are available over there, go through the content and opt for any one of them which you find relevant. So let's get started. So here today we are specifically discussing about the postgraduate design program targeting the year 2025. Okay. So if you are somebody who has done engineering or you have a 3 years of BA, BCom, BSc program, or if you have done architecture, any of the fields. So basically any field graduation you have done and now you're wanting to transit into the design career. So of course this is the right time. Now we have seen in today's time a lot of students, they are transiting into the design field because of the growing opportunities in this field, and also a lot of creative people, a lot of creative students who were not really aware about this particular field are getting a chance to get on to this particular program, are getting a chance to start their career or start the program that they like. So there are a lot of students who had opted for some particular field due to, say, lack of knowledge or peer pressure. They are realizing that, okay, they are meant for something else, and design is one of those careers which give an array of courses, an array of discipline is there for you to choose. Right? So you must be from the field of architecture or engineering, or you must have done graduation, but you are looking into the field of fashion design, communication design, graphic, industrial, experience design, UI, UX, strategic design management. So of course you can go through all the details of these particular courses which are offered by NIDs, NIFTs and various IITs. Okay, so let's see who all can apply for the postgraduate course, specifically for the examination conducted by NID, NIFT and the IITs, which is CEED. So these are the 3 examinations that we are focusing on. One key important thing that you have to remember is that for getting into Masters in Design, you need to have a +2 +4 format in your education. So does that say that students who have done a 3 years undergraduate course in BA, BCom, BSc, are they not so students who have done BA, BCom, BSc, are they not eligible for design courses because their course is for 3 years? So the answer is you have to take 1 drop year. So after you have completed your +2, after that you need to have a 4 years gap. Okay, you can be an undergraduate in BA, BCom or BSc, and to fill up the gap of 1 year, you can do any of the bridge courses. You can do a computer course, you can do a vocational course, or simply you might be working in the industry. It doesn't matter. Okay, so before you get into the field of design, especially Masters in Design, I would like to discuss few important points that every student, or I would say every professional, needs to know. By this time, you have grown up, you have a certain amount of experience in your work life or in your personal life or in your education life. So students who are appearing for masters, they are required to to go through certain points, and we have given those points over here, and you have to keep in mind. So preparing for a Masters in Design or M.Des program involves several key steps to ensure you are adequately prepared for this particular course. Okay. Now this preparation goes beyond the bookish knowledge. It goes beyond what is prescribed in the course content. You actually have to work on yourself, and working on yourself begins on your individual level. It's your individual journey. So these are the key steps that you need to follow. First of all, research about M.Des program. So once you start researching, you will see that there are so many different courses which are offered by the NIDs and the IITs. NIFT doesn't have a specialization, but they do ask the student, or they give the option to the student to choose the kind of specialization they want to get into. Okay, so that happens only after you get into the college, and for that also you need to know each and everything about the design, masters in design field. So research about the various disciplines that are available across all the prestigious colleges, right? Next is assess your skills and interest. Now once you do your research, it is also very important to identify what exactly do you like. Now, you must be a BBA student, okay, or a BCA student, but you have certain amount of interest in graphics. You see yourself creating logos and advertisement for certain companies. So, graphic or communication design is the course for you. So, accordingly, you have to identify what exactly you like and what you want to go into. You must be somebody who's extremely interested in interiors and upholsteries, right? And you are interested in fabric, and you want to do something in the field of home furnishing, interiors and fashion. Then taking courses in masters in apparel design or home furnishing will be something suitable for you. So knowing your skills and interest is very important. Over here, I just want to point out one thing. Don't go by the trends. The trends might say that one particular course has a lot of scope in future. But what if you're not interested in it? Right? It doesn't matter. I mean, as creative people, we really need to have interest in the field to excel in that. And remember that design is a very growing field. It is an ever-growing field. No person is ever satisfied with the kind of interior they have. No person is ever satisfied with the kind of clothing they have, or the accessories they have, or the car they are driving, or the product they are using. It's always evolving. The interest and aesthetics and wants and needs, all of these things are always increasing. And that's why design stays relevant. No matter what the timeline are, no matter what the economic condition are, but design definitely remains relevant. So, after keeping in mind the key skills and interests, you need to build your portfolio. Now, here, of course, we will be helping you out in creating your portfolio. But you have to also bring out the material. I'll give you a simple example. So we had a student last year who was from an architecture field, but she had interest in a lot of different things which went beyond architecture. She was interested in interiors, in feng shui, vastu. She was very good in painting, right? So she worked on various projects and created her portfolio accordingly. And those were the work that went into her portfolio. Now don't worry, if you're somebody who's not working and you don't have any sort of work, it's absolutely fine. But still you can work on your interest and you can create the material, the basic material for your portfolio. Rest, we are here to help you out and to guide you to create an amazing portfolio that will help you to get through the design colleges. Then, develop relevant skills. Now, this is something that you have to keep in mind. A lot of things, they go beyond the entrance exam, like learning a new software. Okay, so learning a particular software, learning a particular skill might not be directly involved in your entrance exam process. But once you go into the design field, once you start a master's program, then these particular things, these particular skills will be extremely helpful for you. Next is network and gain experience. Now, networking is one of the key features in today's professional life. You need to connect with people. So, given a option that we have so much happening in terms of social media, in terms of connectivity, it's not that difficult to connect with relevant people. So, connect with people not only on the virtual world, but also try to connect with people on the real world as well. Understand and gain experience from their experiences. So, for example, if you get in touch with some senior designers or some students who have already completed their masters, those are the activities that are required, and they also require some amount of time. So every student has to put in effort and time to work on these areas. So networking, extremely important. Gaining experience through those networking is something that you will be looking forward to. Prepare application material. Now, a lot of times, especially for masters, when you are applying for these colleges, you might be asked certain specific questions like, why do you want to get into design? What design domain are you looking at? How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Or creating an SOP, statement of purpose. So these particular homework needs to start now, because you have to be in depth, you have to be honest, and you have to have a proper layout of what your design career should look like. Then next one, extremely important, is financial planning. So we understand that at this point, a lot of you might not be dependent on your parents. You might be funding your own education, which is great, and that requires some sort of financial planning, because the design education up in India or across needs a certain amount of financial input from your side. It's not although most of the government colleges, loans are also available by different banks, but you need to know about those opportunities. So plan your finances in advance, so that you don't have to worry about it later once you get into the college. Stay organized and meet deadlines. Now, by staying organized and meeting deadlines, what we mean is, the day you decide that you want to go into the design field, you have to definitely keep these checklists in your mind. You have to also give yourself certain tasks on daily basis, right? And you have to work on those tasks. Now, tasks in terms of honing your skill, understanding and observing the society and things that are happening around you, reading about various aspects of design, reading about what is happening in the design field. Who are the upcoming designers? If you want to get into industrial design, then you should be aware of what is happening in the industrial design. Who are the relevant people? So, keep giving yourself tasks, give yourself deadline, because that is something that you need to stick to. Designers are not really very famous for sticking to deadline, but this is the need of an art, and this is the need of the industry as well. So, being organized, keeping your work organized, keeping material for your portfolio, developing different skills, these are something that you need to give yourself some time, and you should be doing it properly. Last is, a lot has been said and done in terms of master's program in design. Remember, there will be a time that you might doubt yourself, but the key is that you need to stay motivated. You should always believe in yourself and believe in the hard work that you are putting in. Okay? So yes, stay motivated and keep in mind the relevant features. Now, so after discussing the key relevant features, let's talk about the colleges that are offering you design courses. So as we all know, the first name that comes to our mind are NID, NIFT, the CEED examination, which is CEED is of course a score, and ODS. What is ODS? ODS is other design schools. So apart from these three prestigious examinations, we do have other colleges also in India which are equally good, but they fall under other design schools. In fact, they are private schools, privately owned, but they are definitely doing very well in the industry. So we have picked up certain colleges and we prepare for those colleges as well. Now please remember, this whole thing comes as a package. So you might be somebody who's only looking at CEED, you might be somebody who's focusing on NIFT, but what we always tell our students is to appear for all the entrance exam so that you gain the maximum amount of experience, right? That particular experience is very important to gain confidence. So, say if you are planning to appear for CEED, then we always say that before CEED, NID examination and NIFT examination happen. So it's always a good idea to apply for the other colleges also, so that you gain that confidence. Okay, so here I have very clearly mentioned that most of the design entrance exam for masters, they have phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1, as we all know, is the written examination, which comprises of the general aptitude as well as the creative aptitude. The general aptitude includes the GK, current affairs, reasoning, quantitative analysis and logical reasoning. The weightage might vary. For example, the CEED aptitude is extremely important. The weightage is more and the level of questions goes a little high. We compare it with NID. Okay. NIFT is at a moderate level. It's a 2 hours examination for GAT. They do have negative marking and it's at a moderate level as compared to CEED. Now, please remember that there are 2 phases, phase 1, phase 2, and here I have discussed about the weightage of various phases. Now over here, please remember that all of you who are applying for the master's program need to check out the latest prospectus. Okay, so whenever the prospectus is out, go through it thoroughly, because a lot of these things will be subjected to change. Now this particular information is keeping in mind the latest examination that had occurred. There might be few changes also in the latest prospectus. Also, one very important thing for a master's student is portfolio, interview, group discussion and studio test. So for example, if we take NID, NID has domain specific examination, and we at KP Design Studio, we do provide domain specific education to our students who are planning to go for a particular course in design, in masters. In NID, they comprise of portfolio, review, studio test as well as personal interview. In NIFT, it is this year, they had only taken personal interview. But till last year, they were taking personal interview as well as group discussions. So as I told you, every year there is a little change in the phase 2 or phase 1 criteria. So you have to keep in mind. But on overall, we believe that we should be imparting training for all the specific pointers like portfolio, personal interview, group discussion, studio test, model making, etc. Now let's come to the CEED examination. So a lot of confusion is there in terms of the phase 2 of CEED examination. So you must be wondering that once you appear for CEED and you get a very good rank, you are straight away eligible to go into the IITs. But the answer is no. And if you haven't watched my previous video where specifically I have discussed about the phase 2 of CEED examination, then please go and watch that video. There I have discussed about various type of questions that come in different IITs. Yes, you are right. So once you clear CEED examination, you have to apply to various colleges including the different IITs, right? And they will be conducting individual examination. That particular examination might have a design aptitude test, studio test, followed by interview and portfolio review. So all the IITs conduct these examinations individually. IIT Bombay will be conducting it on a day. IIT Hyderabad, IIT Jodhpur, IIT Kanpur, all of these IITs have a different phase 2 examination, individual phase 2 examination. And of course, if you are applying to the other colleges that accept CEED scores, even they have their own criteria, which will be very clearly mentioned in the prospectus, and you will be intimidated through mail also. And of course, we keep notifying our students from the time of admission process, form filling process, till the counseling. We keep in mind that we keep notifying and helping the students on the individual level so that they can keep track of various important things. They don't have to worry about anything else apart from just being creative and performing and giving their best in the examination. So this brings us to the introduction to our course content. Again, you need to go on to our website, which is kpclasses.in, and you need to click on the option of NIFT NID CEED. So once you click on the option, a page will open which has the relevant course details of a particular domain or a particular, if you are for UG, if you are for PG, if you are for architecture student. So there are different courses available. If you are somebody who's targeting the masters, then look for NID, NIFT and CEED. Okay, look for NID, NIFT and CEED. That will be for masters. So what are we offering? Of course, apart from you getting educated through the best of faculties from these fields, from the field of NIFT, NID, IITs. So you will be having various faculties who will be teaching you for your entrance exam. So we have both live online classes and physical classes, and one key feature is that we provide recorded video, recorded class lectures to our student, which is like a backup. So you have to, for that, download our app, KP Classes Exams Web app, and all the information you keep getting through that particular app. So all the backup lectures, all the study material and everything. Apart from the soft copy of the study material, we also provide hard copies. Now, please keep in mind that design is a very dynamic field. Okay, it keeps changing, it keeps evolving, and keeping in mind the ever-changing and dynamic nature of the design courses, we also keep adding new strategies, new approach to our design study material. Apart from that, some of the very important things are topic-wise test. Yes, we believe in taking tests which just challenges your thinking abilities and pushes you to the next level. It is extremely important that you take those weekly tests which we ask the student to appear for. We do have mock test and the PYQs. Now, if you haven't downloaded the PYQs, the free PYQs which are already there on our website, please do that so that you get an idea of the kind of questions that are asked in these examinations. Of course, we have expert drawing and design classes. So, a lot of you might be new to this drawing, the concept of drawing. You might be very creative, but you might be new to the concept of drawing. So that is where we help you out with our live drawing and design classes. We have regular aptitude classes, which include quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, GK, current affairs. GK and current affairs is something that we believe that we keep imparting knowledge in that, because these are extremely wide courses. Like, you don't exactly know that what exact topic will come in your GK examination. So it's important that you know about various things in your to enhance your general knowledge, and of course current affairs. Now we understand that you are already have so much of responsibility of preparation. A lot of students are not able to keep pace with the current affairs or the current scenario. So there we feel that we can help them out by giving them relevant classes every week, so that they are aware about the major happenings which are going on currently. Then of course the phase 2 preparations are there. Phase 2 preparations are equally important for every student, and as I told you, phase 2 includes studio test, personal interview guidance, group discussion practice, and most importantly your portfolio preparation. And of course, if you are looking for CEED specifically, then we provide you advanced CEED aptitude classes, because as I told you that NID and NIFT, their aptitude is at a moderate level, but CEED requires advanced CEED aptitude classes. So these are all there, the whole package is there. Go through it, right? And if you don't understand anything, you can always give us a call on the numbers which are given below. We will guide you individually and counsel you regarding the courses that you want to choose. So if you're somebody who's not really aware about your own skills, or if you're getting confused about which domain to choose, then definitely you can talk to us. We will guide you, we will counsel you, we'll check your skill level and your interest, and we can give you the relevant option looking at your basic skills. Please remember, the application dates are around October every year, and we do notify the students regarding all the entrance exam dates, and we guide them personally in the form filling process, and not only just the form filling process, in the final process of counseling. We are there with our students to help them out. As I told you, you don't have to worry about other things. You just have to worry about being creative, being relevant in terms of design, and focusing on your studies. So I hope that was helpful for you. Any queries, you can always call us on the numbers given, and we will be giving you an individual counseling session. Also, download our app KP Classes Exam Prep to get more details, and subscribe to our channel, and also follow us on Instagram.